Fucking hell. Let me grab the Discord audio again. Jesus Christ. This is gonna be... Oh. Can you guys speak again? Oh, shit. There it is. Try again.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, it's working now. Fucking hell. We're back again. Sorry. Everybody's language lists real quick.
Common, Goblin, and Abyssal.
Yeah, Common, Infernal, and Draconic.
Common, Sylvan, Draconic.
Okay. Yeah, none of you guys can actually understand what they're talking about. They're talking in a language none of you understand.
Cool.
But they're saying, let me just see. Oh, excuse me. So they're saying, sloop punzel. They're kind of just repeating that.
Okay.
Alright, we can just ask them, like, what's wrong.
And they kind of switch to like a broken common, like you can tell they're not necessarily used to speaking common, but they say like devil, seas, witch.
Okay.
It's not great.
And like
Witch.
they're visibly shaken, like from
Devil of the Sea Witch. So probably like whatever, like basically like took over. This is kind of like something that they've, like some abomination that they've made.
It's not great.
Monty, how long has it been since you fired off your last divine sense? I guess this is kind of coming up on the eve of the first day, so would this be around the time you'd fire off another one?
Yeah. We'll say I'm like this would be my last or second to last use.
Okay. What is it sense again?
Senses any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay. I would say that retroactively you would maybe fire this off right before like combat ended, or right before like you got it, like once you got out of the water and were waiting for your friends to get out just to see what was around.
Okay.
And you would now sense, in addition to what you sensed before, fiend.
And a fiend?
Fiend.
That's not great. Okay. I guess you can share that with the group.
Okay. And Cactus has gone to piss time. Okay. So as you guys kind of like pack things up and get situated again, Hey guys, just want to say I love all of you. I'm not doing anything. I just want you to know that I don't say enough, including Zai. Oh, thanks, Queen.
Thank you.
I secretly think that most people that watch my channel have like little shrines of like wishing for Zai's demise, so that makes me feel good. Anyway. um so yeah, you guys kind of pack up after delineating for a little bit. Um, None of you were really able to get a good look at some of the creatures. You could tell that there were a few different ones. Like obviously the one that grabbed you, Swirl, was much much different and maybe much larger than some of the other ones that were lit up under the surface.
Sure.
Um, but you got a pretty good look at just its head. And you could tell that there was intelligence behind the eyes, like it was trying to do this on purpose. It wasn't just like hunting, it was, looking to try and pull you under.
Yeah.
But in any case,
The issue is that with it is like really like it's fighting on its own territory. Like we can't really fight like in the water. Like even if we wanted to try to like go under with water walking, it's not going to be good, and we don't have like any like real capability of like fighting under the water. So like even if we do end up like doing a bunch of damage to it, it could just run away, and we like couldn't do anything about it.
very true. It's now coming up on the eve of the first night of travel. How do you guys want to sort out watches, etc.?
I don't know. What you guys want to do?
The boats are still able to sail at night right now because it's open seas. Once you guys get to the Fractured Isles, trying to go through them would be pretty hazardous at night, so you guys will actually have to like stop while traversing the Fractured Isles. And just for, I guess, reference here, I'm just going to save this and jump over to the world map just so you guys can kind of get an idea of where we are. So you guys today would have left Milton and you'd be probably around, I'd say, here right now. For your first night. So using that as kind of a distance, I'd say you're looking at 3, then stop for the night. Stop for the night again. So you're looking at about 5 to 6 days travel. And this is the eve of the first night. So how do we want to handle watches?
I think I'll say Monty will take the watch latest in the night because I think he needs sleep.
Okay. That guy needs some milk.
He needs rest. He did not take that very well to his HP.
Okay. So who's first watch then, Rukli, Elijah?
I can do it.
Okay. So Elijah will be on kind of first watch. You'll have a few other like members of the crew out and about, but yeah, primarily you're on first watch. Okay. So reposition yourselves on, I guess, the boats you want to be on. Like Elijah, would you go back to the boat that you were on originally?
Yeah.
Okay. And Rukli, Riz, and Monty, would you guys all Wait, where is Monty? Monty, would you stay on the central boat or jump over back to the boat you were on?
I think he'd probably go back over.
Okay. Riz is in piss time. Trying to hide again from Cyrus, quite unsuccessfully. Rukli, you just gonna hang out in the crow's nest, or you gonna come down and do more fishing? Rukli? Buddy? Old pal? Maybe not. Let's assume Rukli is sleeping up in the crow's nest for now. Alright, so moving on to first watch Elijah. Give me a perception check, and I would say at advantage, because right now your 300 feet of night vision is kicking into its fullest effect.
Okay. Let's see. Perception. 7. So, alright. 25.
Damn. Okay. You smell colors and hears. Yeah. No, it's you're able to kind of see quite well. Like I said, it's you're kind of getting the absolute like max use out of your dark vision right now. You can see pretty far out into the ocean. I would say you do start to kind of notice. It's hard to tell at first, and like you start to watch the the surface, and maybe around like the first 30-minute mark, you think maybe you see like something poke its head out of the water, maybe 120 feet away, but you blink and redouble your efforts to try and see it, and it's gone. And another 30 minutes goes by, you look again, and you can kind of see something maybe a little bit closer this time, maybe only 80 feet away this time, poke its head out of the water, look in your direction.
Yeah, I'm going to like essentially bring that to like the attention of the Tritons and also Zarjan.
Okay.
That it's like basically I've seen it before, and it's just seems to be getting closer.
Okay. So like the second time you see it, you're gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 3 Tritons on your boat. So the 3 of them, talk amongst themselves, and they offer to go investigate into the water if you'd like them to.
No, not until it's like much closer.
Okay. So you you keep watching kind of out that direction, and you're a little bit more hyper focused on it now. You do see something kind of pop its head up. Now it's only 50 feet away, and then again quickly put its head back down. You can tell it's some kind of underwater creature. Like you kind of can, like, when it popped its eyes up, you could see like kind of that, like, that fish like glow in its eyes.
Yeah.
So you kind of get that like quick reflection of like moonlight in it, and then it quickly pops its head back under the water again.
Oh wait, hold on.
Maybe it's friendly. What if we try feeding it?
Who has dark vision? Do the Tritons have dark vision at this point?
Monty has dark vision.
Tritons, I don't know if they have dark vision. That's a great question.
I feel like they should if they're aquatic creatures,
The ocean be dark.
They do.
It do be dark.
60 foot.
Oh, okay. So they do.
And it's in within their range of dark vision now too. So like it's a question of whether or not they like saw it too.
Yeah, if you brought it to their attention and they're kind of looking as well, like they do see it, like see it out there, um, and so they kind of like the lead one walks over to you. He says like do you want us to try and swim out there and see what it is, or do you want us to maybe give it one more chance, see if it gets a little bit closer and try to ambush it closer to the boat?
Give it one more chance. Considering what the others saw on the other boat earlier, I do not want to just attack it from this range.
Okay. So, okay. So you wait for about another, 20 minutes goes by. You don't really see anything. You don't really see anything. Another 5 minutes goes by. Nothing breaking the surface of the water. Just when you're about to give up, you catch it at the corner of your eye that
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
The corner of your eye is spotted.
Something breaks the surface of the water 10 feet from the rear of your boat, like kind of in this area here.
Come back. Yeah, running over there.
Alright, so you're going to run over there and take the tridents with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So is the direction you're giving them to, like, dive, this is the chance?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So they bust into the water. They dive in very quickly.
Also get on the water surface.
You're going to hop down onto the water surface too?
Yeah.
Okay. So they dive in almost like, right on top of this thing. The second that you start running over, it dives back down. But the Tritons are pretty quick. They get into the water. Let me just see. So this is my... Now, the direction that, based on how you spoke with the Tritons, is you want to try and capture this thing if possible? Or kill it. Like, what's the goal here? I guess retroactively.
It'd be better off probably trying to kill it. Like, I don't know if it's, like, an intelligent creature or not, and I don't know if it's, like, very dangerous, but, like...
So attack first, ask questions later?
Unless they would, like, know exactly what this creature is and it's, like, not harmful, then, like, I'd kill it.
Okay. So they're going in with the initial gut feeling of, swing first, apprehend second, only if possible, then, is the direction that they're going with. Okay. So, wow. Okay. So the creature trying to flee rolled fucking horribly. The Tritons rolled pretty good. So the first one actually does get a jab in with his trident. Like trident. God damn it. That's going to be confusing. So he gets a jab in with it, and he's kind of able to, like, hold it in place, and the other two are able to grab it. So they bring up to the surface with a trident stuck, like, one of it's kind of, like, stuck into the back of its shoulder, and the other two holding its arms. They bring up a Kuatoa.
Kuatoa.
Oh shit.
It's
Okay.
Mech, you guys.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's kind of like, it's very pissy. It's, hissing at them, screaming something in a language you don't know.
Indeed, I cannot understand that. One sec.
Apologies for the shoulder, sir.
ritual. Yes.
Fucking slurping.
Sorry.
We can bring it up onto the ship, and I can try to speak with it.
Okay.
It'll take some time, but
Yeah, so the Tritons and you are very easily able to, bring it up to the ship. Do you want to try taking it, like, below deck and putting it, like, in, I guess, like, kind of like a holding area?
no.
You want to just try and deal with it, like, on the deck here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do the ritual for, like, comprehend languages. I don't imagine it speaks common.
It does not. But yeah, you can do your ritual easy enough. The Tritons are kind of like holding it in bay. The one guy like is still just holding his trident into it, like just to keep it like pinned against the mast, so that it really can't move. While the other two,
That must feel good.
yeah, while the other two just kind of hold it, like restrain it. But your comprehend languages goes off. It's speaking in Undercommon.
Okay.
And it's hissing, and like it's kind of its language is a little bit. It's still kind of like broken for you to understand, but you can understand the gist of it. And it's basically hissing like no, must get back to the mistress. The sea goddess needs me. Must tell the others.
Oh, he's just a little whelp.
Hmm.
No, the interesting thing about like comprehend languages is that it lets you understand the language. It doesn't let you speak it or write it.
So you can't like speak back to it. You can just understand like
That's fucked up.
you can just understand like his hissings.
Yeah, which is fine in this case. I will relay exactly what it's saying to the rest, or to
Why
the
can't
others.
Tritons speak to it.
They might not speak Undercommon.
So the Tritons, don't speak Undercommon, but I mean, while you have comprehend languages going off, you can understand that the Tritons are communicating in Primordial to each other. Seems to be their first language. Common being their second.
Yeah, maybe I should prepare tongues next time, but whatever. So I will like question the Tritons on like the sea goddess or whatever he's mentioning.
So they kind of like they recall a little bit about like what happened to their kingdom under the waves, and they just say, well, we were beset upon by one of the titans, and horrible monsters and creatures, and they they kind of think of it, and they said there were a number of Kuo-toa around. They seem to have joined in the fray. They were, and they kind of think of Kuo-toa as like lesser beings or very passive beings. Not really a threat in the small numbers that they used to be, but they did seem organized with the rest of these creatures when they attacked the Triton kingdom under the waves. So, they're a little bit they're a little bit torn because they're used to these creatures not posing a threat, but in the numbers that they did pose a threat to their kingdom. So they're a bit peeved, like seeing this thing. Like the one guy that's stabbing his trident into it is actively enjoying the pain it's inflicting on the Kuo-toa.
Okay. Do any of the does like Zarjan or Zygar like know Undercommon?
That's a great question. I don't believe they do. I'd have to check their own character sheets, but I don't think they do. I'm pretty sure they do not.
Oh, quit. I'm over it. Not over it, but I'm over it.
Okay. So yes, I guess Elijah, what do you want to do with this thing? The Tritons do kind of indicate to you that this one seems to be like, you know, not really, like, it's very like kind of lightly armored. Like, it's not really wearing like any kind of like protective armor. It's maybe more of like a scout or like something to keep an eye on us.
I will. I will try speaking to it. It's not really gonna get anywhere, but like I will just like kind of ask it questions.
Undercommon and common have similarities, so like it might be able to pick up a phrase or two or have like a degree of understanding. You just like its, you know, its responses might also be broken. So yeah, let's try. We'll see what comes out of it. So what do you want to like try and ask it?
I want to ask why it was watching us. Actually, better yet, was it ordered to watch us?
So it kind of like, it's again kind of like hissing at you and like kind of pawing at this like trident that's sticking in its shoulder, but it just says, what does it want to say? Yes. Mistress told me to watch her next meal. Keep close eye on the boats.
Are you alone?
No, many.
Many are watching us?
Many come to feed. Many mouths.
Where are you from?
Below.
Where is your group?
Nearby. Soon. Very soon.
Very soon. The dog gif that David always sends.
Yeah.
Is your group along this path that the boats are taking?
He kind of looks at the water, and now that you like got him up here, you can actually see like the water falling off him is almost like kind of like a black, more like an ooze or like an ichor. It's like very viscous around him, and he goes, "We are everywhere."
Ask him what happened to the fish.
Ugh. Fine. I'll ask for a
Rookly's
What happened to the
Rookly's
fish?
Rookly's words ring out in your head. Ask about the fish. Ask about the fish. So it just says, they were the first meal. Army, many mouths to feed.
Alright, they all have to die.
God.
I shoot an arrow through the back of his head.
You're asleep,
What?
motherfucker.
It'll look really asleep.
Also, this thing does not seem to understand the concept of keeping its mouth shut when captured. Like, its intelligence is not high.
Okay. That is helpful information.
Like,
But
that's been
I'm surprised they
painstakingly
gave that
obvious.
much.
Like, it hasn't told you to go fuck yourself. It's been trying to, like, it's like, no, must go. Like, you know, it's been just,
Who's the goddess?
yeah.
I will ask it where should we go to feed the goddess?
And he just says, into the black. Sink the boats. Yes, sink the boats.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, pass.
I don't think there's gonna be any boat sinking today. I'd rather not.
Surely she is not just under the boats. There must be a location, like, further from here.
She is everywhere. The waters, the ocean. My mistress, the ocean.
Okay.
Pretty sure their mistress is whatever the fuck her name is.
It's... I don't remember what the Titan's name was, but...
And at this point, the Triton is like still kind of just like stabbing his Triton into it, like every time it
Yeah, no.
like it.
I will...
Huh? Go ahead.
I'll ask, why did they attack the Triton? Like, why did they attack the Tritons?
New brothers required. New fighters. Better fighters.
Okay. Well, I will give that information to the Tritons.
So the Tritons kind of like look confused. They're like, well, like the few of us escaped. There wasn't many who did. They think that most of them were killed. And you can kind of hear the Kuatoa kind of chittering to itself again. Brothers of yours, brothers of mine now.
Okay, I will also tell them that, because apparently they were not all killed.
And they said no Triton, these ones, like they're sitting there like no Triton would betray our kingdom and our vows. Like they're very like noble folk. Like that's what they kind of like infer is like we wouldn't betray our own. Like we have our own duty to the sea that we would uphold.
I believe that it was not due to their choice to betray their beliefs, but probably a similar corruption to what is taking over the sea and other creatures.
They say, well, they said we don't know what happened to those who were either captured or stayed. But if this creature thinks he knows what's happened to them, like, if our people can be saved.
Suppose. Okay, so I'll ask, where are the Tritons?
Army, big army everywhere. Beasts come. The burning symbols.
The Brands?
Yes, that's what they call them. Yes.
Alright, so branded.
It's not great, guys.
Say that he doesn't have, like, to the Tritons, like, he doesn't have, like, specific information. He's just saying that his forces, or like the goddess's forces, are everywhere in the deep.
Be right back.
No worries, so they kind of they said, well, looking at the waters the way they are with this, ichor in them. They said it's like we can't even navigate them effectively while we're underwater. Like I don't know how there could be, like how this creature, like looking at the Kuatoa, how it could, actively see through the murk.
The Kuatoa branded.
Have you guys really? I mean, you guys fought a couple of people that were branded. I can't remember. I don't think you really took a lot of time to like examine any of the corpses in that first battle because mostly you were worried about it, like the bomb and exploding.
I can also just ask it if it is one of the branded.
It goes, no. We not strong. Triton strong. Make better soldier.
How do you navigate the black?
By the grace of the goddess.
So a blessing of some sort.
So you can just see through it?
Yes. Helps hunt.
I'm going to step away from the Kuatoa right now and basically like shout over to Zygar and
Okay.
one sec. I'll be right back. But like, sec.
No worries. Yeah, you can go over there. While he's sorting that out, Rukli, would you be second watch? Or who would be second watch?
Sure.
Okay. You're on your boat, like, so you wouldn't necessarily have the knowledge of what's been going on over there, but the second watch of your boat, like whoever, like one of the pirates would just wake you up for your watch. And would you be hanging out in the crow's nest again?
Probably.
Okay. So give me, give me a perception check for the night.
Zach, you're gonna make sure my character's perfectly centered.
Jesus.
Perception checkaroni. $13.
13. Okay. So you're kind of more passively looking around, like you're not as observant as you could be. Like, maybe you're distracted by the night sky, you haven't really spent a lot of time on the ocean, you're finding, some kind of weird, beauty in the night sky or whatever. Like you're a little bit more distracted than you would typically be, in the heat of battle.
I'm back. I did mean Zago, but
Oh, okay, yeah, no worries.
no. I guess from this like Kuatoa, like I don't think, judging from what it's been saying, I don't think it would know. But like how far are we from the ambush?
It just says, let me go. I tell the masters. Ambush come, quick.
How far are we from the group that you came from?
Very close.
Could we avoid them?
No, everywhere.
keep him with the Tritons for now, but I will try to make my way to the other ship and then speak with like Zako and Kalen and inform them of the information that I've gotten from the Krotoa. Like, but he's not too smart. He doesn't seem to have a concept of keeping things like secret and shutting his mouth, but he also doesn't have like any specific information.
Okay.
He's just that the like enemy forces are like everywhere, and
Rukli, at this point, you'd be waking up for your watch, and you'd actually see that Elijah's like still awake at this time, and you would be able to see him like kind of go over to Zago there. You wouldn't necessarily be able to hear what they're saying, but you would kind of clock that as odd if you wanted to go be involved.
Sure.
Okay.
I give it a ye old Spider-Man swing over there with my hookshot arm, and
It's like, does that even require a deck save? I guess your hookshot arm is kind of cool in that regard. Okay. So yeah, you shot your way over there. And, you know, actually, give me a deck saving throw to stick the landing.
swear to God, if I nat one
It would be so fucking funny. It's like your thing doesn't require a save, but then I'm just gonna get you on the landings.
21.
Okay.
Fuck you and your nat one.
Oh,
you do a little flip and land right next to them. So Elijah, you just see kind of Rukli lands here and starts like he isn't involving in the conversation here now.
nice one. Also mentioning that the previous attack that that the Krotoa had on the Tritons was led by their goddess, and for like better soldiers, and it seems like they were all branded, at least the ones that were taken alive.
This is, Zago kind of ponders that for a second. He goes, "That's very troubling news." Tritons are. He says, I've tangled with a few Triton raiders before here and there, or criminal scum that was ejected from their kingdom. They make for formidable foes on the seas. Even the most seasoned sailors have fallen victim to, a good Triton ambush. But he says they're capable fighters, and the few that we have here among us are seasoned warriors. But if there's an entire army of them somewhere, that's even more troubling. And if they have some, blessing from this Titan, that's even worse. Zago just says, given that we're, transporting the refugees and the civilians, avoidance would probably be our best bet, but if it comes down to it, we've got a capable crew of fighters here.
I'm not sure, like, there was no information to be gotten, like, as to a path that we could take, or, I would imagine if they had a scout and they know about our ships, maybe we could take another course. Not like too far off, just like throw them off from where we should be.
Zago thinks of it. He says, yes, it would be possible, but wouldn't they just continue to follow us? He says, is there something we can do to throw them off our trail?
Not sure.
Do a really big pass without trace.
I don't think pass without trace works on 3 targets, including ships.
I'll have to.
A really big one.
Okay, okay. If I could ask the Croatoa, basically, like, how do they find us? Like, how does? Yeah.
Um, you want to try and get that information from him?
Yeah, no, I'll try that. I don't really know like how to ask it because I feel like it's just going to be like the response of like we are everywhere and like the lady is the Black Sea or whatever. Like basically like if there is something that they know or like can like detect our ships by.
Okay. So you ask him that, and he just goes, "My job, scout's job, find food."
Okay. 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 I can probably try shout that the shade are Rookly and he can tell Zago, but
Yeah, I'll just say at this point that that could have just been something you asked beforehand, just to keep
yeah,
from
no,
going back
that's fine.
back and forth from the ship. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, okay. But I know, like, that was his job. Like, as a scout, to find us, I suppose, but I don't think
And
there's anything specific that they're being drawn to.
Kaylin kind of pops up and she says, "Well, any good army has more than one scout."
Exactly, and considering he's not exactly reliable for their numbers, but I'm sure there's plenty.
And she kind of looks at you again, Legend. She just says, "Like, you're sure you only saw the one, like, nearby?" Like, while you were on watch?
As far as I know, I suppose it could have been uh, multiple, as they would just pop their head out and look, but source isn't really reliable. They seem to think that they like need to go back themselves.
Hmm. Well, she she kind of thinks for a second, and then you can kind of see like she gets like a bit of an idea, and she kind of looks at you. She says, "I know communication with this creature seems, strenuous at best. Um, do you think you might be able to trick it, give it the wrong information to give its friends?"
Possibly. What information would you be suggesting?
Well, if we, tell it that we will do one thing, but then in fact, do something else that allows us to put more distance between us and their army, that could buy us some valuable time from in avoiding a confrontation.
So, like, we go another direction, but we tell them that we went the opposite.
Yeah, if it's not an intelligent creature, as you say, perhaps we can trick it.
Alright.
So you head back over and see what you can do.
Yeah, I'll try to, like, basically trick it that we're going to
Rukli, you want to go too?
go along this path
One second.
and or like wherever they would want us to go to defeat the goddess, and then like when it goes off, we'll go the opposite way. Essentially, like that part I'm withholding, but
Okay. So, what are you gonna ask it?
I'm gonna ask it where we should go.
Okay. So, it's just gonna say. You no go. Let me go. Bring, goddess, bring army. Feast.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm. I guess.
Why do we even care? We just go.
I mean, true. But we can try to avoid something. What direction are we heading, like, currently?
You're basically heading like kind of in like a straight southeast direction.
The east.
Yeah, so like. Hold please. So, as far as your heading is concerned, like I said, you're about here, heading in this direction.
I see. Okay. Um.
What are you thinking
Not really
for?
sure what would be like enough to trick it, you know? Like we could basically say that we go more south. Uh,
To like tell it that you're doing something like this
yeah,
and do something more like this.
yeah,
Could buy you some distance.
yeah. No, okay, okay. We can basically say that like uh, all right, we'll let you go and you can go inform the, whoever you need to inform. But we're going to the south around the fragmented isles.
Okay.
Uh, all right.
All right. So that's what you're gonna tell it?
Yeah, but like just
Sorry, go ahead.
it seems to be the best at this moment. Yeah.
Okay. So it says south. What south? Down in the deep. Bring army. Direction.
Like, I'll point south
Okay.
for it. Like we're like, if you've ever been to the like weird islands, like off in that direction, we're going around them.
Oh yes, yes.
Because we want to be on the waters for you.
Good food. Good.
I will let
I'm cool with this plan.
the Tritons know we can let him go. He seems to get it.
Okay, so the Tritons very begrudgingly kind of like let go of it and you know take their trident out of it, and you know it looks at you and it kind of does like a little quick bow, and it goes, "Good food, goddess eat you first. Good food." And then it kind of scurries off to the side and jumps back into the water.
All right. I would have preferred to let it go, but we gotta do anything we can at this point with passengers on board. All right, Shade, you can. All right, Rookley, you can go over to the other ship and inform everybody that we're what I had told that creature.
I will relay your information.
Okay. So you head over, relay it to Zago. Zago's just as Kate will, you know, take a more easterly course. And he signals to the ships and they, you know, turn off towards the east and they hope, I found you. You're over here. You just shot out into the darkness.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. Ruka, your watch kind of more or less goes by without much incident. You know, you hear like the sloshing of the water, nothing really out of place with what you rolled. You can head to bed and wake up Riz for his watch.
Oh man, I sure hope I'm the only one up for this watch and nobody else is there.
The second you wake up, Riz, the Cyrus is just uncomfortably close to your face.
Yeah, I'm gonna hiss at him. It's the thing I do now, I guess.
He just kind of like, you know, waves off your hissing and like he almost looked like he was like smelling you while you slept.
Oh, that's awful.
Do you
I'm
have
not one to
memories,
criticize.
whatever?
Huh?
You're
Do you have memories like still?
Sorry.
no.
Yeah, good point. Thank you for reminding me. Riz is gonna like hiss at this dude and be like, "Who are you?"
And so you know you just say you give that demand, and he just kind of looks at you and raises his eyebrow, and he goes, "Interesting." And he, you know, you notice that he was actually kind of looking at. Did you actually ever decide? Actually, you know what? I think we need to go at 1-on-1 in this conversation.
God damn it.
I think
It
I can
happens
answer
every
it really
session.
quick. Chest.
Chest? Okay. So he did
Just
actually.
over the heart.
Yeah, he did actually kind of like have your shirt pulled aside, and he was looking at your chest, and he goes, he just goes, memory. Interesting one. Not many that have that one. Not many with your problems.
Riz covers up his tits and is like, "At least buy me dinner first."
He says, I should be eating you for dinner.
Okay, I'm leaving now.
He says, are you not the least bit interested in figuring out why you can't remember anything?
Well, I know that you're a creep, and I'm going to get away from you.
That's very, very peculiar. I won't
Very, very valid.
He just says, I won't kill you yet unless you prove to be a threat.
What the fuck? I just met this guy, and he's trying to kill me? This is bullshit.
Riz is just talking to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking The Office side interview. I just met the guy, and he's trying to kill me?
Up in the crow's nest.
I would say, Rookley, since you would be the one kind of waking Riz for his watch, you could kind of, like, catch the tail end of this conversation and just be thoroughly confused if you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be looking at Riz talking at like the distance. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I woke up and there was a pervert.
I woke up the other day and you were at my window staring at me while I was sleeping.
I've never met you a day in my life.
But you do feel an odd familiarity, at
Literally
least
ate
towards
my ass for
Rookley.
like an hour.
I beg your pardon?
You didn't write that in your journal? Oh, you should probably add that.
Oh, God.
Oh god.
What do you mean journal? What?
Oh yeah, read your journal.
Do you have a journal?
Somewhere
Wait, do I
on
have
this
that on
person
me?
Is a journal.
Or no, I
You
thought,
said yesterday you were gonna
I thought
write
Strong had that.
every day.
Oh, no, you should. Wait.
You had it. You were governing yourself here, I'm pretty sure.
Hold on. Let me double check.
Oh, okay. There was, like, we did have like. A
Oh,
few
it's
pieces
in
of
Loot
paper.
Channel?
Yeah, you have.
Oh, yeah.
You have like a scroll case that you're carrying.
Yeah, I do have parchment and stuff, but I don't remember who got like the
Hello.
actual like paper.
Hello, Older and
No,
Dumber.
I had the paper. I put it in a scroll.
How was your session?
Oh, okay.
We're sailors too? Nice!
Then Riz will, on hearing this, will, from Rookley, will look around and be like, oh, wait, you have a scroll box, so take it out. And he looks at it and is just utterly bewildered.
Just thoroughly confused.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope your session went well, Older and Dumber. Thank you for the raid. You guys are sailing too. Yeah, these guys have almost died a couple of times to aquatic creatures. They met a Kuatoa. That was fun.
Having a good time.
Yeah, they met a Kuatoa. They're always good. Yeah. So, Riz, yeah, you read your thing. So that kind of, gives you a sense of, like, you just spoke with somebody who maybe looks like Rookley in your mind. You don't know anything about the creepy guy that was standing over your bed, looking at you. I don't think he's in your journal.
What a sad journal that would be. Like, these are your friends. Here's the creepy guy who looks at you in the night. Like, oh.
God. Okay.
That's so fucked.
But yeah, you wake up and you find yourself on a ship. You do see a couple of people who, based on your notes, look like your friends. And then, several people you don't recognize.
Who are these other folk?
But they don't seem to be overtly hostile to you. Like, you pass by a couple of them and they, like, nod or wave. And there's still just one creepy guy that's always kind of in the shadows watching you.
In that case, then, Riz is gonna turn around like, alright, so what is your deal?
He just says, "Well, I'm just making sure to protect all these people from you."
I don't even know who these people are. Why would I wish ill upon them?
Very, very peculiar. You don't realize how much of a danger you are.
That's not helping me learn by following it up with nothing.
I mean, he's got a point.
So he does say, he just says, gotta think on that one. I also got distracted by chat. I hope you guys all had a good session. So he just says, he says, what do your base instincts tell you to do?
Well, I trust a handful of these few I seem to have some sort of inclination towards. Want to eat. I want to say that I want to eat fire and fight people? That sounds like fun.
He says, well, I'm all too familiar with one of those things. But, he says, what I can tell you is, should you give in to that urge, you'll find yourself on the end of my knife.
Wait, which one? Both of them, or?
But just the urge to bite people.
Oh. So it's alright if I eat fire.
I can only see that harming you, so by all means.
Well, I'll see ya. Think I can manage that.
He just says, but keep your hunger under control. Should that get out of hand, it would be problematic not just for you, but for your friends as well.
If I promise, will you stop creeping on me?
He says, well, you are... Well, you are here and, traveling with your friends, and I think if push came to shove, you would protect a few of them. Consider everybody else on these boats my friends, and that I would protect them. And he says, and of all the threats on these waters, I still consider you to be the greatest one.
Okay. I don't know what you want from me then.
Just keep yourself under control. I'll always be watching.
Comforting, thank you.
And
And Riz is going to promptly leave because he is very done with that conversation.
And Cyrus is just gonna go back to kind of keeping an eye on you over his shoulder, but also trying to, look out to sea. Anything else in particular you want to do on your watch, Riz?
How far apart are the boats?
They're like 15, 20 feet-ish apart.
There are other people. There are other people that are, keeping watch on their respective boats, yeah?
Yeah, like there's different members
Okay.
of each crew that are like up at different times, doing their own watch things. You're the only member of your party that's up on a watch right now.
Okay. No, I can't say anything outside of just keeping watch.
Okay. So give me a perception check then. S-
10.
10. So yeah, you know, you take a little bit of a stroll around the ship. You know, there's lots of people sleeping. Some of your comrades, some, you know, what look to be like, you know, civilians on the lower decks. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. Sure. That's like a normal thing for people to have to do randomly. Huh?
Totally.
How does a 4 sound?
You're very hungry.
Oh. Like fire hungry?
Like bitey hungry.
Alright. Well. That sucks.
As far as opportune targets, there's, you know, a couple of sleeping children on the lower decks that, you know, maybe
Jesus Christ.
are opportune targets. You know, there's a big fluffy rabbit man who, you know, you seem to like a little bit. At least in your note you wrote about him. He's sleeping nearby. There's the dick that you hate that keeps trying to watch you. He seems to always be hovering. But at this current moment, you don't really see him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll go say hi to my rabbit friend.
Okay. So, do you want to try and do the untoward thing to your rabbit friend, or do you want to try and make a saving throw to not do that and maybe just wake him up?
I mean, I would like to think that I would try to wake him up. Yeah.
All right. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Have you?
No, you don't.
Fuck me.
It's been a
10?
long day.
10.
I'm probably gonna go back because it's been a long day.
That's fair. Kate, we love you.
That drive took so many hours.
Yeah, I know.
The traffic
It's
was...
a long drive,
No.
my love.
No, the traffic was bad.
The traffic is always bad.
To the point that the travel was twice the length.
Yep.
I left at 2 and arrived just in
She
time
had to
for
go
my
at the other
6
side of
o'clock
Toronto
thing.
to go for her to her rehearsal.
Look at that.
I left at 2 and
You left-
arrived at 5:45.
That's rough. That's not great.
I'm gonna get a 407 transponder.
Those are expensive.
Actually, they're not. They're like $30.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So. What was your wisdom saving throw? 10?
10.
Monty's neck looking real tasty.
Well, alright. Maybe a little nibble wouldn't hurt.
Roll a hit
Okay.
with advantage.
With advantage, of course. Well, that's a dirty 20.
Okay.
And that's a
Okay.
nat 20.
Okay.
Okay. So, roll your damage, and then I'll explain to Monty what's going on.
Uh-huh. Alright, so that's 1d4 fire damage. This is a spicy bunny.
Okay.
Oh, cool, that's 4.
That's 4 fire
You
damage.
take 4 fire damage, Swirl.
Okay.
Was that? Did you roll both dice? Because you crit, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. Sorry, that's not a thing I typically do. Thank God, the other one's just a 1.
Okay, so
Okay.
so Swirl, you are sleeping peacefully, and then all of a sudden you feel this horrible burning sensation in your neck, and you jolt awake. You instinctively slap your hand up to your neck. I need you to roll an unarmed strike at advantage.
What's the roll for an unarmed strike?
It's just a strength check. It's an attack roll. It's just adding your strength.
Okay. I rolled a 15, sorry, and my strength modifier is +4.
Okay, so 19's gonna hit. So
Yeah.
roll damage for an unarmed strike, which I believe is a D4 plus your strength modifier.
Okay.
Kills Riz with a bitch slap.
That would
7.
be fair.
7?
Ow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just
Ow.
kind of quickly wake up, and your instinct is just to kind of slap towards your neck like you would if like a mosquito was biting you or something, and you slap really really hard, and like as you kind of squish your hand around, you feel like a humanoid shape, and you just kind of bring your hand back, and there's a very squished Riz in your hand.
Ow. I think you got the mosquito.
Yeah? You sure it wasn't you?
No.
Riz says,
Appreciate the
with
honesty.
with a little bit of blood dripping down his teeth.
Oh, yeah, isn't there, a roll Swirl has to make?
Oh yeah, actually, I do need you to make a saving throw. What saving throw was that again, Cactus?
I think you said it was Wisdom.
Yeah.
I thought you made me roll Constitution.
Was it Constitution? Hold on. No, this one's Wisdom. I think Constitution was because flaming.
Okay.
So wisdom saving throw from Swirl.
Yes. DC,
I rolled a 22.
Oh, alright, never mind.
So Swirl, you slap your hand up, and you have a slightly mangled Riz in your hand. But after after you reacted, you kind of take a second, like you feel like you're like that the point that you felt something on your neck was very hot, and you kind of felt like you had to fight through something to kind of get that feeling to go away, and you were able to kind of shake it off, but you're able to kind of quickly put together that, hey, something, you just had to fight something off, and the area that you smacked had a Riz in it.
Yeah?
That's weird. I don't think you should worry too much about that.
I think we should, but I don't have the energy for it right now.
Rabbit tired.
Monty's like, I just woke up.
It basically, it is kind of close to time for Monty's watch, so if you want to just be like, yeah, I'm just hanging you in, buddy, that we can go forward with Monty's.
I was just trying to wake you up. I was trying to, it was just a prank.
Sure, bud, you go back to bed.
Alright.
It was just a prank. God. Okay. So Riz heads to sleep, and Monty, you're up for your watch. What would you like to do on your watch?
Well, I'd say I'm probably out of my divine senses by now.
For this day, yeah, you would be. Why is there so much fire in...
Oh, good. You can get those. Delete those, please.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
Okay. Um,
I don't know, fucking active perception check.
okay, so just kind of like keep looking out over the seas. Do you have any night vision at all?
I have dark vision.
Okay. 60 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, give me a perception check then.
Okay. My thing for it. Oh, there it is. $22.
22. Alright. So as you're looking out over the ocean, you're kind of keeping an eye on, like, the waves and how the water's moving and stuff. You're fairly certain that if there's anything awry, you would be able to sense it or see it. And it's a very still night. So you feel at this
Sounds
point
good.
you're probably okay.
That sounds good to me.
Now, that being said, as you are looking around, you do notice that while Riz is going back to sleep, Cyrus is continuing to study them.
Okay.
It's up to you if you want to interject or just let him continue.
I'll like kind of shoo him off him.
How so?
No.
What does that look like?
I don't know. Just like politely tell him to stop. Just like, he's gone through enough already.
He says,
Not good to make him any more stressed out.
He says, well, I can agree that it looks like he's gone through a lot, but he says, how do you trust one of them?
Because there's no other solution.
Could kill it.
I'd rather not. There's a good there's a good person in there.
How deep, though? Seems like it doesn't keep any of its memories.
That's up for us to figure out.
Actually, I'm not even up, but like pretty deep considering that it's like not even a memory issue. They just wouldn't like want to actually like harm other people just from the response that like Riz gave. And like it's really just the urges that cause anything to happen.
The dark urge, even.
The dark urge, the dirge.
The dark urge.
Well, and he does kind of look at your neck and he says, your friend bit you, didn't he?
Yeah. It's not his fault. Well, it's kind of his fault, but, it happens.
It happens. Oh, God. He just says, he says, there aren't many that bear that mark in particular. That one keeps hidden, plays tricks on the mind.
What do you know about it?
I know that of the 8, that's the only one no one has seen.
Then how do you know that?
Yeah, how do you know about it?
Because their servants exist. Their marks are on a few, not many. Most I have killed. I know that one exists because I've seen the marks of the others. I just don't know what this one its powers are. It seems to play tricks on the mind. Maybe it feasts on memory.
I don't think it's our call to pass judgment on him, though. It's not his fault.
Well, should he prove to be a danger to the rest of the innocents on board, and your party can't keep him in line, I will act.
Well, we'll see if it comes to that.
I pray that it doesn't.
Me too.
And he says, "Oh, good evening to you." He doesn't really know what surname to use, so he says, "Rabbit."
Sir Montague.
That ends the first night. So we will return to this next week. Hopefully Zeal can join us next time. I don't know where he was tonight, but we'll
Yeah, I
figure
don't know.
that out. So we'll come back starting day 2 and see what happens during day 2's adventures.
It took a while.
Lots happened on day
I
1.
had a good time.
Alright, let's see. Is Rouse still streaming? Can we send a raid to Rouse? Rouse is still streaming. Let's go say hi. Alright, good shit, crew.
Hell yeah. Good session today. I enjoyed the roleplay.